Hello everyone, this is Sztygrys and I will do a review from the IGLO from group D. The black player was theob and the white is alvar. We will see what happened. It will be a messy game. The white player is known for his messy style, so we will see how to create chaos. Yes, the first move that is different than usual is this move. This leads to some complicated variations, but it is usually good for black. All the Josekis, all the sequences here are usually good for black. It would be a bit different if black would play it like this, and it would be this shape. Then it is a bit different. This is the flying knife that Joseki or something like that. Anyway, it is very complicated and it is okay for both. And with this, it is usually good for black. The cut is very normal, but white played not a normal move. The normal move would be like maybe this, something like this, like this, and like this. And black is alive in the corner, but there is some agi associated with this stone. It would be even. We can play like this. Very calm and not aggressive sequence. In the game, white played here, which is not a move you can see very often, especially because there is a pretty simple way for black to play, so it would be a bit better than Joseki. Like if black just plays like this, and maybe like this, white needs to connect somehow, let's say like this, then we have a similar shape, but the white stones are a bit thinner. There is much more weaknesses, and they have bad shape. So this would be good for black, and maybe black could have played this. In the game, black played to the corner. Usually, playing to the corner is very important for living, but this time the problem is we are not alive in the corner yet. So this way of living is a bit bad because we need to add a move. Still, it is not yet alive. Probably black could have played like this, and like this. It is complicated, but I think possible for black. If black would play like this, then it would make sense to play b17. But if we did not play like this, then it doesn't make sense. So it was a bit inconsistent. Like here, we have a choice. Either we play the safe way and leave, or we play here and we fight like this. But black wanted to play first the corner and then play safely. Like this was not really great. It was first here and then come back. Actually, the best move for black, according to some computers, was this. But this was very complicated, and I don't encourage you to play moves like this that are very complicated and can be very good for you if you play correctly. You need to be sure about this move. Either read it all or know the Joseki know the move to play this. Maybe black can just kill white stones and be happy, but it is complicated. The easy way to play was this one. This was the easy play. If we can get something a bit better than Joseki, we should be happy. We should be happy, and this way also was acceptable. But in the end, black just got a small life in the corner, and still there are some weaknesses on the outside, so it's not very bad for black. It's okay for black, but it could have been better, much better. Now white made a mistake. We played away, and it was very reckless. Like we have two groups, and neither of the group is safe. So it would be easy for black to harass them. We can see that in the game. But in the game, I think we took a wrong side. Like, we usually want to lean on the one side to attack the other. And in this way of playing, black is leaning on the group on the left to attack a group on the upper side. And I don't think it is a good way of play. I would play like this, so white has to answer, and then attack the group on the left, because connecting like this or like this is really strong. It is hard for white to play. Like, for example, if we play like this, if white just captures the stones, then there is some death potential to die. So white will have to go and crawl on the second line, which is usually painful. Black can get a lot of influence very easy, very easy. So this would be a proper way to play. In the game, we wanted to lean on the left group and attack the upper side, and the only problem is that we cannot attack the upper group properly, severely. We only can harass it a bit like this. White, of course, answered because we need to answer, and then it is hard to find a move to attack the upper side. Maybe move like this would work, but it is very complicated and very chaotic. In the game, black played here and white just extends to the side, so it's very easy for white. And black disconnects, makes sense. Still, white will be able to get into the corner, and it is not easy to attack the white group. It is more or less alive. Black still tries to attack, but it is not a good way of playing. Like, white should be alive. White should make a living group. In the game, it was not the case, but only because white played Tanuki. I think it was some misread, like, and C70 is totally in the with the wrong timing. Like, it is not time to play this, because black will just play this Atari and the group is in trouble. There were several moves after this, but in the end, white is just dead, and there is no compensation. Like, there is the scud, but the scud is not really dangerous. It is all right for black. Now everything is more or less connected and alive. White play here to harass, but black connected. Here we could play a bit better. We can make this exchange first. If white will play like this, there is no point, because we are killing the stones. Yeah, so we could have just captured the 3 stones on the upper side. Like this, 3 stones are not yet captured. This is not captured, so it is a bit worse than this. We can just capture. And this would be a great result for black. Very good result. This is also okay. In the game, black added a move. It is a very big move. And white played on the lower right. Like, black has advantage, but we should remember that the situation is not clear, and if situation is not clear, we shouldn't feel confident. As long as we don't have a clear situation, we need to be very careful here. I understand why black chose this Joseki. It is very simple and nice. We just sacrifice 2 stones. Great. Usually white will disconnect and we will take the stone, but of course white tries to do something aggressive, something chaotic. It doesn't matter, because it is still great for black. Black will capture in the ladder, and it is getting harder for white to think of some moves to win. And we play m14. This is not a bad move per se, but black will capture the 3 stones. It is still safe. and the E13 is necessary to create anything with this group. Like, the only hope for white is to harass this group, maybe create a big moyo on the left side. So we need to play E13. So I agree, this is very important move. If we try to play like this and harass this at once, then black have a lot of moves to play, like maybe connection. White will have to connect, and it will be easy to go out and create some shape. Anyway, black jumped out, very normal move, and white tried to make some fighting, but this fight was really bad for white. We will see in the moment. I think the fight, this fight here, should be prepared first, because without preparation, it is not really great fight. Maybe you just play like this or something, and then start this fight, something like that. If we start like this, it is so easy for black to just go out, and these two stones are not really so weak. Like, it is easy to just lean on the group like this, like this, like this. We can try to connect with our stones here, or maybe now, maybe in the future, we have very annoying move here. Like, it looks like white is connected, but suddenly there is this cut, and this cut is very hard to play against. So there was a lot of edges in white shape that black could exploit. In the game, black played O13, and it was very direct and not very good. And I noticed that in this game, black played too direct many times. Like, if we see the cut, if we see the weakness, we don't just go after it immediately. We wait for the opportunity. We try to make this weakness stronger. Like, we can exchange some moves, get our group stronger, and then this cut is really possible. We can play it. But first, we need to make ourselves stronger. It is also similar for white. Like, white saw the cut, but this cut is not good. We need to make this cut stronger first, to play some moves to make it stronger. Maybe like this, hoping that white will play like this, and maybe now cut. This would be easier for white to play. Still not really easy, but better. Both players are playing very direct moves, and it is usually not good. Sometimes there is a cut and we need to cut immediately. But usually there is some edges, some weakness, and we need to prepare it well first. We need to make sure that we have strong shape and we can use it. And we don't want to waste it. Like this, black just wasted the cut. There is no cut anymore. And even if black gets stronger, there is no cut to exploit. So better to wait with the cut and to make our group stronger first. There are some moves, but in the end, black captured the cutting stones. So it was great result for black, because black is connected everywhere, it is safe, and those two stones are not really dead. We can still play with them or sacrifice them if we want. So white got not so much, but black is very safe. Also, we can see that probably white will try to get something big here, but it is very hard to take all of the territory here. Here, yes. This is very nice and big move. We are capturing the right side, and this just happened. Black captured the right side. We can see that black has a big territorial advantage. So maybe he can get overconfident a bit. Okay, and now it is very important moment, because black is ahead just by a lot, and we need to try to avoid complications. If you can count points, it would be very helpful to count and to see how much can how much black has and how much we can give white, and then we can play in a safely manner that will get us more points. But let's say we are not really good at counting. Then we need to choose some simple variations, and in this corner we managed to do it. Like black took the corner. It is a big corner, so good for black. And now we need to calculate somehow how much does white need, even if we don't count. If we don't know how to count properly, we can see that we can just give most of this territory away to white. We can just reduce it, and it will be enough. So we should change our way of thinking. We don't want to take a lot. We just want to reduce. We want to make it a bit smaller. And the easiest way to do it is just play Atari and go, and the game is over. Even if white plays differently, maybe like this, and let us capture, it is still great because we still can go into the territory, and we can still go here into the territory, and it will be enough. It is more than enough. So this is the way to win the game. And black did not want to win the game. Like this move I can understand, and this because we captured the stone. But after this, for sure we should capture the stone. It is the easiest way to win. And still there is a lot of ways to reduce white's territory. Like if white play like this to create, still there is this move. There is this move. There is this weakness, very important, that was created but by capturing the H12 stone. So there is so many ways black can just win the game. And here it was complicated. Like black played here, white played like this to fight, and it was very complicated. And I've read in the chat that black was expecting white to do something like this, to create some all-in Tsunego, all-in fight in the center. So if we expect it, why don't we just avoid it? This would be good. This would be enough. This would be a win for black by like 20 points. And here we don't know. Maybe still black is fine, but this is very complicated. I will not say a lot about this fight. Maybe black could have played it differently, like maybe like this, maybe something like this, and it would be easier for black to leave here. I think there is some possibility, but in the game black just dies, and there's nothing we can do about it. And once more, black was very direct. Like here, we just play here directly, like a cut. And after this, we play like this. And still, we could possibly wait with this weakness. We can just play here. If white answer, then this is a much better cut. So again, we don't want to be direct. We avoid direct cutting. We just prepare them, and when they are strong cuts. When the cut is strong, then we cut like this. And white would have probably played like this, and maybe there is something. Maybe at least we can rescue these stones. I don't know. It is complicated. Anyway, in the game, black just died. There was a funny moment when there was self-Atari that was not seen. Also here, I think this move is just working. We just go this, like this, and this, and this, and white is captured. Or if white will manage to rescue his stones somehow like this, then black will connect, and there are problems with the group in the center. So there was a chance for black to come back in this game. Like this, it was just Oh, this is the self-Atari. That was not successful, and it is just impossible to kill white, so white is alive, black dead, and it is the end of the game. So I think there are two main things I want you to remember from this review. Like the first one is not playing direct cuts or threatening to cut, because usually it is not the best way. Like, where is this smooth? Oh, like this. This is very good example because we just make white stronger. We destroy the weakness for white, but it would be much better to leave the weakness and use it when it is good for us, like this, and like this. Even if we cannot use it immediately, there will be a weakness, and maybe we will want to use it. And it was similar. Yeah. For white, it was also similar. We cut immediately, and this cut was not really good. It is much better to prepare it, to make our shape stronger, and then maybe cut. And then there is a possibility to do some damage. And the other lesson is, if your opponent does something strange, something like not Josek going and playing different moves, we need to play something that is similar to what we know but better. This is the easiest way to get the advantage. Like this, and like this. So we can play like this, and still it is good for black. It is at least even, probably just good for black. And if our opponent is losing, maybe last thing, if our opponent is losing, and we want to win the game, we shouldn't try too hard to do some strange stuff. Maybe no. In this situation, the best thing is to just count the points and see how much we are winning and how much we can give up. But even if we don't count the points, we can see that we have advantage. So we don't want to play something very risky. We can just give away the stones and go into the center, or even if white will play like this, probably it is still good for black. Now we just reduce from one side, from the other side, and it's enough. It's more than enough. Like, if we expect the opponent to play something strange, we don't let them. We just play our moves very solid, and we just win the game. Okay, this is all about it. Very messy and chaotic game, but exciting also. So I hope you enjoyed watching the review. Thank you, and to the next time. See ya.